And we'll say it's the start of another episode. Oh, new shocks have arrived. Oh, they're pricey these days. But, new front shocks for the 7. Yeah, thanks to Radar D. I've got springs coming from Hypercoil, and that should complete. What else showed up? Rack boots. Yep, might as well start off with a brand new set of rack boots, and the other ones are a little tattered, and that's what we do. Well, what I do. Sorry, that's what I do. All right, rubber mounts for the rack, the steering rack. Turns out that part number is A007H something something something. Sorry, but it is an original 7 number, and then it was used on the Elite and the early Esprits. So they just kept carrying the same part, so that you can find them as part numbers on the Elites and the Esprits. So later Elites, that is, Elite Eclat. Bushings for the anti-sway bar. They're going to always be fun to put in. But I got them bearing kits for the front hubs. What else did I get? Got some bushings. These are Series 1 Europa bushings to the back, split bushings. So I believe they are exactly on lower length bushings. And they will work in, let's see, this one. Yep, okay. These top links for the rear suspension, they take the split bushings, one on either side. Now, I have to check and make sure that the width is good, because I did see that when Michaels put the suspension together, they did shave a little off of this end, and I've got to make sure that they're pressed in all the way and that there's enough width here on the axle. I'll have to check on that. So, but they're available too. It's always what's available. The other bushings I need for the other ends, they're coming, and I'm going to do something, I guess, special with that, and I'll save that for when they arrive. And what I'm going to do, that should get interesting. I'm going to try something new. All right. I'm cleaning up the steering rack, and doing pretty well. I will say, as soon as I started hitting the black paint, it was coming off, so might as well take it off. And it's nice shiny aluminum, so that works out well. And I don't know what the numbers refer to as to what it might work out. Maybe somebody out there does. Stamp number 2C71 is there. I'm not sure what they're referring to on this. Somebody else has info. Please pass it along. There is one more stamp. It's up on the, we'll say, top side. Was round, and it's A something 7. The rest of it didn't seem to make it on the stamping, but maybe a quality control stamp, if I'm thinking about that correctly. So I'm hesitant to paint the aluminum black. It's I think it might look better, a little more cleaning, and I think it would look better just left alone. The wreck takes some, we'll say, some detailed cleaning to get in there and get the little rusty bits. Of course, we're using the big Dremel, which is, of course, not Dremel, but somebody else, different name brand. But it's nice. It gets in there, gets to the rust, which you can tell it's down deep inside. And they got to prep it for paint. Well, cleaning up the steering rack, there's so many pits where the rust is, and getting in there is just a problem. It's hard to get them all. And it's hard to get in, you can't get into pits. And with that paint, it doesn't like any rust at all, the chassis paint. So, I have, remember, it gets new boots. So, as long as I keep the boots tight and sealed, from here, we'll say from here, that way, pretty good. So I've got doubled up the bagging here, sealed up there, triple bagged, I guess, over here, This is more important. And now this should be able to go in a sandblast cabinet just to get this area done. And your roll bar is next to get prepped for going to the sandblast cabinet. And this is for my future self when I got to put all this back together. The bend up and the bend up match. So when I know when I'm putting them back together, I don't do it wrong, because that could be a problem. Alright, so that's just for me to know both bends up. Same on the other side. They both are bending up. I'm getting ready to start working on the fuel tank, getting it cleaned up, because it could be, let's say, clean, painted, and installed. So for this little piece, I've got some video and some photos of the inside of the tank, which I'm going to take some more as soon as I get the center open. But I wanted to go over just the outside before I really touch it. This I found inside the tank. Don't know what it is. It's aluminum. But doesn't look like it came off. You know, when I saw it in there, I thought maybe it's from a hole saw that drilled, but it's aluminum. And it had to have come down through the neck and dropped in this first section, and it couldn't go anywhere because there were baffles in here. So, another mystery. But it was in there. And, of course, there's no fuel in this thing. There's some residue, but that's it. I got to try to remember what this connects to. I know that this basically comes off the top here. It's a vent. This solid tube, I guess, is for condensing. And it's got some rust I got to deal with. And this went to a little device that was up on the body. I think it's for vapor. So that's there. Pretty much, let's see, the bottom. Roll this thing over. The bottom has its drain. Well, not the drain, but where the fuel comes off. And it's got a, what I think is, what, a noise reduction pad, filter, something. There are wires going to it. Why do I think it had to do with the radio system? But I have no reason to put it back. But I have no idea why it was on there. And I do have a little repair to do on that side. Don't know if this tank was ever off the car. So let me start disconnecting some things and taking another look inside where the level gauge is. See if it shows up pretty well. Tank doesn't look bad at all inside. Granted, there's the residue, but let's see if I can get it to... It was focused really nice there for a moment. Now what? See if I can come back a little bit. Maybe I'll do it. How is it? Oh, there we go. That's it. Alright. So, I don't see any rust. Don't really see what I'd say corrosion to worry about. You know, maybe see some slivers around there, but overall, tank looks really good inside. The first section and the second section look good. I can't really see in the third, so once it's all cleaned out, I think just doing the outside of the tank is necessary. That orange strip that was under the gas tank, I've pulled it off, and when I pulled tape off, this is what I found. Heating element. You got me. Why, that would be under the tank. I don't think it was ever in any kind of cold... Why do you have to put a heating element under the tank? Curious, curious, curious. Well, the line on the side of the tank was fuel supply. Yep, that was fuel supply. And plastic line that is cut. I'll have to redo that. But it looks like a nice brass fitting with a olive on it, so it shouldn't be an issue. The bottom, which had this big hunkin' nasty bolt in it, was just stuck in with lots of goo in order to stop the leak. So evidently, they must have lost or had a problem with getting the tank drain out and put that in and hodgepodged it. But that'll all have to be fixed too. The bolt that came out of the drain was a 1/2 inch bolt, American, and what the threads actually are is 12 millimeter. And no wonder it didn't fit, but takes a 12 millimeter. The threads don't seem in too bad a shape, and I'll get the correct drain plug for it and seal it up when it's necessary. The gas tank has been through the sandblast cabinet, and there were a lot of areas where, we'll say, the tape residue just prevented the cleaning. We'll say cleaning from the blasting. But I will put it back in. I brought it out, cleaned all of the gummy stuff off, and then I will put it back in there for, we'll say, another light cleaning